with Kaleem. In today's video, we're going to learn number of new steps in Linux. And what will be that today we will learn that how to create a user in Linux environment and how to create a group and how to add user to existing group. And we will also learn that how to delete user and how to delete group, and what is Softlink and how to create a Softlink, and what is Hardlink and how to create a Hardlink, and how can we zip the file in Linux by use of tar, for instance, and how to unzip the file, and how to download the file from web in Linux environment, right? So now let's start with the from lab right away. That in this, first of all, we will create some files. Let me create some files here. So okay, now I'm connected there. So let me create some files here. First set up your login as a root user. So here we will create some files here. Touch file 1, file 2, file 3. These files are necessary because for this for the demonstration of create user, add group, and this stuff that I just highlighted in my intro. So make directory -p dir1 dir2. So then let's see. Okay, directory has been created. So I already installed a tree. If you not install that one, you can install it by just use the right. You can just use the yum install tree. So you can if you want to install a tree, you yum install tree. Just mention that, right? I already installed that one, so I'm not reinstalling that, right? We'll create subdirectories. For instance, make directory -p dirx, for instance, dir/dirz. So let's see. So you can see it here that the dirx is also created and it contains dir, dirz, right? So now let me create some users. So I'm going to create a one user, for instance, user add Kaleem, right? So now let's see. Yeah, how can we figure out that this user has been created or not? You can use the cat/etc/password, right? You have to remember this one command. There's no other way. You have to remember this one. You can see it here that the user Kaleem has been created here, right? Now I will create a group, right? So first I will create a group, then we will add some more user here. Let me create one group, for instance, group add technical discussion, right? So now from where I can find out that that this group has been created now. For that, type cat/etc/group. So you can see it here that the technical discussion, this group has been created. One more thing that you have to remember, that whenever we will create any user, their entity will also create it inside the group, because it will create as a group as well, right? So now we will see that how we can add this Kaleem user to the technical discussion, or whether we can add it or not, right? So now let's see that how we can do that. For that one, I can do that g password -a Kaleem and technical discussion, right? Adding user Kaleem to group technical discussion. Now again, see that how can we do that, how we can see the group. You can see it here that the Kaleem has been added to this group. Now if, for instance, if I want to add multiple users to group, so how can I do that? So right now I'm not doing that. I'm just going to add some more users here because I just want to give you the demonstration that how we can add the multiple users to any group, right? The user is already created and I'm trying to create a same user, then it will give you an error. So you have to make sure that is not created, or if you have created somehow and you not deleted that properly, then you will also face a problem. So I will suggest you that whenever you have to delete user, use this command, use del minus -r, right? Use del -r username and -r username, -r username, whatever username you have to use, right? So let me create some more users here. User add, for instance, user add like Smith, right? Smith. User add like Mark, right? So now let's see whether these user has been created or not. Cat password. So let's see. Okay, Kaleem, John, Smith, Mark. Remember that I have created the user with the capital letter Although I would really suggest you that you should use the small letter here, because Linux is a case sensitive, right? So now I have already created that one, so I will use this. So it's a good thing that I will give you the demonstration on this as well. So now let's try to add this these users to group. So how we can do that? Just write the command g password -n. I'm going to add the multiple users: John, Smith, Mark, and the group name technical discussion. I think before I write this one, let's again check the group status. Cat /etc/ group, right? You can see it here that these are the new users created, but these are not under with this technical discussion, right? Only Kaleem is added to the technical discussion. Now I'm going to add John, Smith, and Mark to the technical discussion group as well. How I can do that? So let's do that by write the command g password -m John, Smith, comma Mark, and technical discussion. So now let's add it and again run the command this, right? Now you can see it here that John, Mark, Smith is added to this group. Remember one thing, that I not use the I not added the Kaleem, but whenever you try to add multiple users to any group, then if any user is already added, that will be override, right? So you have to make sure which user you want to add to the group, right? So in this case, if the Kaleem was already added to the technical discussion, and if you try to add multiple users to technical discussion, then the Kaleem will be revoked. So you have to make sure whenever you will work in a professional environment, then you have to make sure that you are adding the right user, right? So now the next thing is that how we can get a soft link. First of all, that the soft link, we have to understand what is the soft link. Soft link is basically a shortcut, you can say, to any file or folder, right? Just like in a window environment, you create some folder in a, for instance, you have a folder in a D drive or C drive of your work, and you wanted to just right click on that one and create a shortcut for that one, and you wanted to put that shortcut on your desktop. So by click on that shortcut, that takes you to the original file, right? So this is same thing, same practice that for this in Linux environment, we use the soft link. So how we can create that one? So let's start with that one. First of all, I am going to add some data to the file one, right? For instance, I'm going to add hello, salam, please subscribe my channel, code with Kaleem, if you wanted to learn, and the progress. Right? So now let's add this, and now let's add another thing. Let's see whether that data has been added or not. Get file one. Let's verify that. Okay. So now how can I create a soft link? For soft link, just write ln -s file one, and then you can this will be the file name, and this will be the file name, and this will be the name of shortcut. Soft link file one, right? So you can see. Okay. Now let's see the ls minus. You can see it here that the color has been changed. This is a short link. This is a shortcut, right, to the file one. Now let's add some data, and let's see some further magic in this. ls -l. You can see it here that the soft link is linked with the file one, right? Let's try to add data to the soft link here. For instance, I want to add some data to soft link. For instance, soft link, right, file one. I'm going to add some data here. New data, adding in soft link file, right? So I'm going to add this. Okay. Now let's see that whether that data is added to the file one or not. Now you can see it here that data is not added to the file one, right? Why it's not added, right? Now this is a question. So soft link file 1, it should be added. New data adding soft link. And now let's go back and see that whether that contains in the soft link or not. Okay, now again check that one second. Cat soft link file 1. Soft link file 1, data is there, but why is not added to the file 1? That is a question. It should be added or not. If you notice this one, that I have created the soft link with the SOF instead of the by writing the proper words like soft. So I missed this the T. So now let's try to add data again to the right one, soft link file 1. So now I will add data to the soft link file 1, adding new data for testing, right? So I'm going to add this, control D, and now I will see in our original file cat file 1. You can see it here that now its data has been added successfully to the original file. Earlier I did a mistake, that was a typo error, so that's why it was not showing that showing this data to the original file, because it was not linked with that one. It in fact it created a new file, just new file, right? So that's why. Now let's move to the next stuff. One more thing, let's do that. I'm going to remove rf file 1. So what will be in this case, what will be the behavior? ls minus n. You can see it here that this soft link is also set as a red color. And one more thing here, it's not the red color only thing that I want to mention. One more thing that you can see it here for soft link, it will start with the L. This is a this stuff that you have to remember, that for if any file is created as soft link, then it will start with the L. So in the next video that we're going to discuss the access right as well, so then you will get an idea about this in detail. The next video will be our last video for the Linux series. So after that we will close this Linux stuff, but I will also explain you everything regarding this access level as well. Next thing is that what will be the behavior if you try to see, for instance, if you try to see the data. Let's try to see the data in soft link file 1, right? So no such file or directory available because link has been removed. So because this was a this was a shortcut, right? So now let's move to the next stuff, that how can we create a hard link, right? So hard link is basically a copy of the original file, right? So for that one, how can we create that one? So for that, let's create this screen, and we will create that one with the help of ln file 2 and hard link, right? Hard link 2, for instance. So here ls minus l, you can see it here that the hard link has been created, but its color is not changed, and you can also see that it's treated as a file, right? It's treated as a file, but in fact it is a copy of file 2. How we can figure out that it is a copy of that one? We'll see the data. So but for soft link it will start always with the L, and for the hard link it will treat as a whatever the rights was associated with this one, and so it will just display like that, right? So now we will see that we'll see the data in this hard link. So let's try to see the data hard link 2. Any data? No data is available because no data we have added before, right? So now let's see that any data is in file 2. No data is. No, let's try to add some data in a hard link, hard link 2. Okay, so here I'm going to add some data here, like what could be the data? Hard link, let me add some data here, adding data to the hard link, right? Hard link 2. So adding more data, right? So control D, and now see that what is in the hard link, right? You can see it here, hard link. Now let's see the data in file 2. You can see it here that we have created a copy of the file too, but whenever we will add any data to the hard link, it will be copied to the original file as well, so it will be synchronized. For instance, you know that why it will be really helpful. For instance, if you copy something, if this one have 100 of pages of data, for instance this file too, and you copied this one, and now it becomes all the 100 copies have all the 100 pages has been copied to the hard link too. So for instance, if you are going to change anything or adding some more data to this to the original file or the hard link, then everything will be synchronized in this case. So this is very good stuff. You will experience that in your professional work. So I will really suggest that you should start playing with this one. Let's try to remove one file. Let's try to remove, for instance, I'm going to remove the original file, rm-rf file. I'm going to remove this one. Okay, this file has been removed. You can see here that that file has been removed. Now let's check the link, hard link to what is stated. You can see it here that the data is there, right? So it means that because it's not a reference, it was a copy, it's a separate copy, right? So it will maintain, it will not affect if you try to delete that one, right? And let's try to jump to another topic, that is that how we can compress and uncompress the file. So for that one we can use the tar in Linux environment. So now let's start with that one. So for that, as if you remember that we created a one folder that contains some folders as well, empty folder, right? So what are the folders? Let's check that one: drxl, dry, right, and dry. So, right, so drz, and now we'll go back one step more. So okay, we are here. Now I'm going to create the tar file, right? So how can I create a tar file? Tar minus cvf, right? Cvf. So cvf is a command for this one, and they mention the tar, dirx dot tar. I'm just making a file name, and which folder I want to make a tar. I want to make a tar for this one, dirx, right? So I'm going to execute this one, and okay, you can see it here that it's successfully executed. Now let's see what is this. So you can see it here that dirx.tar has been created with a size of around 10,240 MB, right? So this is the bytes, sorry. So this is the size, right? You can see it here. Let's try to zip this file. How can we zip this file? You can, for that one, you can just write the gzip dirx.tar. You can write this, and now again try this, unless you can see it here that the whether the zip file is created. Yes, you can see it here that the dirx.tar has been zipped now with the extension .gz, right? Now the next thing is that how can we extract the data again from this, right? So for that one you can write tar minus xvf dirx.tar, right? No such file or directory. He's saying that there is no such file or directory available here. So why this is giving us this error? Now we have to see that how can unzip this one again, right? For that one you have to start it from here, gz. We will first unzip that one, then we will just remove the tar, and then it will come to the original state. So how we can do that? So for that one, first of all, let me show you that if you remember something, that this is a zip file size is 153, and earlier we had a size of 10,280, right? So that was a byte in a byte. So now you can see that it's in 153 bytes. So how we can do that? How can we do that? By using the g unzip, right? G unzip, and then we will write the file name dirx.tar.gz, right? Now we'll see that you can see it here. Now the again is file is size changed to 10240, right? You can see it here. Now how we can remove the tar as well, if you want to remove it from here? So for that one you can write the tar minus x verbose f dirx.tar, right? So verbose basically is a command that will display you actually is performed, right? So now we will see it here, ls minus l. So where we start, so here we are, you can see it here, that is also removed one, that if I write this tar minus executable verbose f and dirx dot tar, it's although showing that it's extracted this one, but here in the above screen that is already there, and so it's apparently it show that nothing happened. So now let me first delete that one, so then I might be able to figure out that any change happened or not. So I'm going to remove dirx first, right? I'm going to remove that one. So now again see that, okay, now dirx is not available. So now I'm going to execute the command tar minus xvf again, right? dirx dot tar. Now I will see, right? You can see it here that it's extracted everything. Now ls minus l. Now you can see it here, the dirx is available now. So that is the thing that I want to explain you regarding the compression of how we can compress the files in a Linux environment, and how we can make a hardlink, softlink, a number of things that we studied today. So the next thing that how we can delete these users, I'm going to delete, for instance, user del minus r and John. I'm going to one second, let me clear the screen. User del John, no, minus r, so John, and we see that whether this user is deleted or not. Cat minus cat etc slash password, right? So you can see it here that the John user has been deleted from here, and whether it's deleted from the group or not, so we will also verify it from the group. So you can see it here that the John is also moved from here. You can delete another one, and further you can do the practice on your machine. User del, I'm going to delete the Smith, for instance, minus r, for instance, minus r Smith. Alright, so now I will verify the user whether it is deleted or not. etc slash password, right? So you can see it here that has been deleted, whether it is deleted from the group or not. Cat slash etc slash group. So you can see it here that that user Smith is also deleted from the group. That was a technical discussion. Now the last thing that for today's lecture is that how we can download the file. How we can download the file in a Linux environment. For instance, we have let me show you one thing, how we can download the file. For that one, you can just download it by using the wget. For that one, for instance, I have one file from the web. Let me show you that I have file from the WordPress. For instance, you can download anything from you can download anything, right? So I'm going to download that one by using the wget, right? It is for a single file, and I will also explain to you that how you can download the multiple files as well, right? So for this one, you can just enter this, and you can see it here that I started downloading this one from the WordPress site, right? So by using this one, that you can just download it, and then you can install the files in your machine. So we can see it here that whether this file is here or not. You can see it here, latest.zip is downloaded. Another thing that how you can download the multiple files. For example, for that one, you can make a one folder, one file, like download test.txt. For instance, I'm just writing download test, and here you can mention the file name, one link. You can mention another link. For instance, you can mention the another one. For instance, I'm going to download some link from the Drupal. Let me add one more link. So you can add another one. For instance, I'm going to download the one package, Joomla package of this, right? And I'm going to just let me okay. Right, so just out from here, and no, just run the command wget minus I, for instance, download test.txt, right? txt. So start downloading the files. You can see it here, it start downloading the multiple files here, right? First it will download the latest, and then it will try to download the another one, Joomla, and then it will try to download the third one. The Drupal is also installed and also downloaded, and then the other one, the Joomla, right? Joomla package, stable package, whatever the package you want to download. So I'm just giving you an example that how you can download the files in a Linux environment. right? So here you can see it, if I just write the ls minus l, you can see it here that the latest .zip is also I already downloaded by give you an example with a single file, and so it's downloaded another one, and the Drupal and this package also downloaded. So further you can just install this one. So guys, this was the today lecture. I hope that you guys are able to understand some new things in the Linux environment. Next lecture will be related to the access right, and that will be our last lecture for this DevOps series for Linux environment. So after that we will jump to the Git, and then after that we have some other other domains as well that will be required for the DevOps series. So thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned and stay connected with this channel. Thank you guys.